Hey, what is up? So today I'm going to show you how to create your own Lambda functions with dependencies, so things not included with the default Python. So like maybe if you want to use pandas, NumPy, how do you use that with Lambda? You can see I've been struggling quite a bit with this. You can see all of the different Lambda functions I made. I'm kind of new to AWS myself. So this has been something that I've struggled with a lot. So I'm going to show you the easiest way I found to add in dependencies quickly into a Python Lambda. All right, so first thing, let's just create a function and we'll call our function, I'm just going to call mine my example YT. All right, so I'll click Python 3.9 and just I'm going to leave the rest of this alone, author from scratch. All right, so we have our new Lambda function created. Go to your desktop and just make a new folder. I'm going to call this Lambda testing. So you can write your Python code. We can edit this later, so don't worry too much about it. Yeah, so here we go. I have this Python file called example. I'll explain it more in a little bit. But the really important thing now, this does matter. So you need to go into this folder, all right, in command prompt. So if you're on Windows, you could just click and type CMD and it'll open command prompt already in this path. Mac, you just use terminal. So I'll just show you how to get there. So you need to just, all right, so you just need to get into this path, Lambda testing. So since it's on my desktop, cd Lambda testing, and we're inside of here. And now we're going to pip install the package we need. So I need OpenAI for this example. Maybe you need NumPy or pandas or whatever. So I'm going to write pip install OpenAI -t full stop. And what this is going to do is it's going to install everything we need for this package into this folder. All right, so I've finished installing and you can see we have all of this stuff in the folder. All right, so next, you need to compress or just turn this into a zip file. So after you turn it into a zip file, you just click upload from, click zip file, click upload, and then click your zip file. Now, when you upload this zip file, it's going to overwrite everything in here. So it's going to delete all of these other files and code and stuff in your Lambda function. So just be aware of that. So I'm going to click save. All right, so now that you uploaded your zip file in here, you have the name of the Lambda, so my example YT, then you have the name of the zip file, and then we have all of these packages. Now I had some issues with this, so what I found I had to do is select all of these and then move them up into here, so it's no longer in Lambda testing. All right, the next thing is let's work on our actual Lambda function. OpenAI, that's what I'm trying to import. Maybe you want to import pandas, whatever you want to import. Now that you uploaded all the stuff you needed when you pipped installed it, you can use it. So then you define your function here. You can call it anything, but you need to have event and contect in it. All right, so I finished making some changes to my code. So now I can use OpenAI. I can do OpenAI.API key, and here's my API key. I'm gonna delete this once this video goes up, so you can't use my API key. Then we have an engine I picked, a prompt, and then we use OpenAI.completion.create, so we can use OpenAI ask it a question, what's the meaning of life, and then we output that message. So the next thing we need to do is you need to note the name of this Python file. So I called it example. You might have something different. And then the name of the function here, Lambda AI. So we need to go down to the handler section and change this. So this first part, Lambda function, should be the name of your Python file. So it should be example, and then after the dot, you should have this, Lambda AI. All right, so you click edit, and it was example. That was the name of our Python file, and the name of the function, I believe, was Lambda AI. So we'll click save. All right, so next, just click deploy to save your changes. First time you click test, you just give it an event name. So I'll just call mine test, and let's run it. Okay, so we just had a few syntax errors and indentation errors and stuff like that. So now everything's fixed. That's probably why you shouldn't use a text editor. Yeah. Anyway, if I run it now, you can see that we had the prompt, what is the meaning of life? And it actually answered that. It said some people believe that the meaning of life is to find a higher purpose, blah, 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 blah. But the main point is we're now using a dependency in Lambda. So this is something I really struggled with a lot. And I'm pretty happy to finally be able to use dependencies, because I mean, whenever you write a Python script, you pretty much always need to use some sort of dependency. It's pretty rare that you're able to run the script with just the default Python built-in things. And I tried a lot of solutions online, like I tried layers, and it didn't work for me. So this works. One issue with this is that if you upload a lot of dependencies, you won't be able to edit it here. So I'll have to figure out another solution and for that. But anyway, hope this was helpful.